Are you looking for peace of mind at your doorstep? Look no further. With the Blink Video Doorbell, your home's entrance is always within your control. Check out the link in the video description to learn more and get your Blink Video Doorbell on Amazon. Your home is in your hands.
A Wall Street investor has revealed the 4 money moves he plans to make if Kamala Harris wins the 2024 presidential election. Sean Bryant warned there will be a guaranteed impact on the U.S. stock market no matter who wins the White House in November, Trump or Kamala Harris. If Democratic nominee wins the election, Bryant has a 4-part plan in place to protect his money, investing in renewable energy, stalling student loan payments, infrastructure, and real estate. The first move Bryant plans on making is to invest in renewable energy in the event Harris wins and Trump loses. During his time as president, Biden has focused on cutting back on the country's fossil fuel usage. Bryant believes if the Democratic Party wins the race, investors should expect the initiative to move along. Trump has promised that if he wins in the fall he will work on expanding oil production and reverse Biden's $20 million Inflation Reduction Act. In terms of which renewable energy companies to invest in specifically, Bryant recommended Tesla and First Solar. First Solar facing setbacks due to lower demand from higher interest rates. But with a Democratic White House, Bryant said it would be smart to invest in the publicly traded $24 billion company. Dennis Shershikoff, a finance and economics adjunct professor at the City University of New York and head of growth for vacation rental company GoSummer.com, also believes investing in renewable energy is the right choice. If Trump loses, it's likely that a Democratic administration would prioritize green energy initiatives, providing substantial federal support and incentives for the renewable energy sector, Shershikoff told Go Banking Rates. Investing in companies specializing in solar, wind, and other sustainable energy sources could yield considerable returns. Bryant has also decided to hold back on paying off student loan debt if Harris wins the White House. Since Biden became president, he and Harris have promised student loan forgiveness and relief, so if she is elected, that will likely remain the same. Brian Kuderna, an author and the founder of Kuderna Financial Group, has planned to leave his student loan debt alone. If Trump loses the election, I'm holding off on refinancing my student loans, he said. Americans had a total of $1.77 trillion in federal and private student loan debt by the second quarter of 2023, according to LendingTree. The Biden-Harris administration has been promising student loan relief and forgiveness from day one, so if Harris is elected, she'd likely push through some reform, but this would only affect federal student loans, not private ones, Kuderna added. The third move Bryant plans to make if Trump loses relates to infrastructure. One President Biden's administration's most notable initiatives during his term was passing the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. The bill, which was passed in November 2021, allowed bipartisan legislation to invest in restoring the country's roads, bridges, airports, and other top priorities with a $1.2 trillion budget. Shershikoff said, if Trump loses, we could see an increase in federal spending on infrastructure as part of economic stimulus efforts. Infrastructure investments typically include upgrades to roads, bridges, public transit, and renewable energy infrastructure. Companies involved in construction, engineering, and materials could see a surge in demand. The final aspect Bryant has considered is real estate, a hot topic in the U.S. as rising rental and buying prices have surged in recent years. During election years, real estate has always been a good hedge against inflation, he said. Venkata Jagadish, a real estate investor and founder of J Buys Houses Group, agreed with Bryant. If Trump loses, we might see shifts in tax policies, regulatory frameworks, and interest rates. These changes could create new opportunities in the real estate market. Specifically, I aim to expand my rental property portfolio and invest in commercial real estate sectors like healthcare and logistics, which have shown resilience and growth potential. Last Sunday, President Joe Biden, 81, announced in a letter that he would be dropping out of the race. He endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris to succeed him as the Democratic nominee. It took Harris less than 2 days to lock in enough delegates to become the presumptive